prisons and how many people. No, they're talking about bail reform. So when they're talking about bail reform, then that means more people are in there. That even more.
Against the Black American community, and that you don't see how effective anti-Black disinformation and misinformation is at getting immigrants to align themselves with whiteness, which history is full of examples of when this has been done to the detriment of Asians. And while we're on the topic, both communities have diaspora wars and have conflict between their genders. And who do you think is benefiting from that, if that's not also about getting people to align with whiteness against their own self-interest? Bro, this is not the flex that you think it is. You're just showing how much you don't understand how the United States uses immigrants from any country of any skin color as a wedge against the Black American community, and that you don't see how effective anti-Black disinformation and misinformation is at getting immigrants to align themselves with whiteness, which history is full of examples of when this has been done to the detriment of Asians. And while we're on the topic, both communities have diaspora wars and have conflict between their genders. And who do you think is benefiting from that, if that's not also about getting people to align with whiteness against their own self-interest?
So it says, ironically, even African immigrants don't want to be associated with Black American culture. They say that says a lot about what's going on. So that's what this one is. It's interesting to me because it seems like a lot of the immigrants, in the politics, they were talking about how they want all these people to come here, all these immigrants to come here so they can vote Democrat and help the Democrats and stuff. But that is not reality, because I see a lot of immigrants vote conservative. A lot of them are Republicans. A lot of them, are anti-immigrant. Like, it's really crazy how they come over here, and then after that, they don't want nobody else to come over here or something.
Well, what happens is the first couple of times they vote Democrat. And then when they realize that the Democrats really aren't on their side, they turn around and start voting Republican because it aligns more with them financially and ability to move up and not having to be part of all this weirdness going on. I mean, that's historically been it. That's why Democrats want a continuing flux of new immigrants coming in on a mass level, because they only vote Democrat the first few elections, and then the majority do tend to lead toward voting conservative. They started talking about that. I remember them talking about that back in the as early as the 90s.
Yeah, so I mean, and especially their kids tend to be ultra conservative. First generation immigrant, and then they're really ultra conservative. So I want to play some of this, and we'll chop it up about it.
And for the record, with all my immigration stuff and things, I gotta say, the dreamers, the kids who were brought here, half of them don't even know their original language, came up through the schools, have lived here, and don't really know anything else.
They're American.
They're American. Let them friggin' stay here. Stop fighting over that shit.
It's crazy. They're American. They're all the way American. Without a doubt, American. They wouldn't even fit in at their home.
There is nowhere to go back to. If they were sent back home, they would be treated as a foreigner and a victim.
They would be treated like an American. Because
that's
not even that.
Well, they're not American, but they're not one of us, so they wouldn't be treated like either one of them.
Dime qué tú quieres, papi. ¿Quieres que lo mueva para ti? Mueve, mueve. ¿Te gusta cuando me muevo así?